household solutions for us.
All right, thanks, Shannon. Yeah, we have a great show, and I always love when we only put like 2 or 3 items in an hour so we can spend some time on it and really show you some of the cool stuff we have. I will tell you right now, the next item we're talking about, we've been running around here trying to figure out when exactly Father's Day is. It's not for a couple of months, but I will tell you, if you want to get a head start on Father's Day, there's not a dad out there, or probably a mom either, who would not love the Tiger wrench. This thing is ridiculous. Whether you've lost the wrench for your to change your tires, or whatever you need it for, doing projects around the house. That's a project, putting a bed together, obviously. You will love this because it is honestly like having a toolbox in your hand. It's already getting 5-star reviews. It's already 4.7 stars, like 2 out of 3 is a perfect 5-star. There's no more fumbling around trying to find the right wrench. Everything is right in your hand. The right tool is right there. It's got this super cool technology built in so that it's gonna fit all these different bolt heads, and you can see whether it's regular or standard or metric. It'll take care of all of that. This is the tool itself, and you can see it just fits in the palm of your hand, and you can see how you rotate through the different sizes that you need, and that's how simple it is. And it's got one on one side and one on the other. These are the sizes. So honestly, let me just tell you, moms out there, if you are thinking about getting something for Dad's toolbox, this is ideal. You could keep this in the glove box of your car. You can take this when you travel. You can put it on your boat, on your RV. You never know when you're gonna have to do a quick mix.
Absolutely.
Matt Davis, the quick fix master.
Quick
He's
fix.
Here.
That's right, exactly.
The quick fix master.
You know, when I was growing up, Guy, I don't know about you, but my dad was a mechanic. He truly was a blue-collar guy, great mechanic. My oldest brother builds cars, literally from like, here's a piece of metal, go build a car. Amazing guys, right? I have none of that. My gene, I don't know where I don't know, but I have no ability with tools. So whenever I see a tool that equals it out, levels that playing field, makes it easy for me, I love it. And that's why this is one of the hottest infomercials out there, the Tiger wrench. This is 48 different tools in one. This has all the different sizes that you need. If you need to turn a bolt, turn a screw head, no matter if it's a spline, I had to look that up. What is a spline bolt?
I don't know, but I'm glad to know that something can take care of the spline bolt.
A spline bolt in your life, that's right. But you know what, at the end of the day, this is amazingly well made. It covers all the different bolts and sizes. If you're putting something together, if you get one of those boxes where you need to put together a set of furniture, you're putting together a bookshelf or something like that, this is the solution. Yeah. But I want to show you how easy this is to use. You can see the head here rotates to the different sizes, okay? All the different sizes. Now, if you're like me, you know that you go to Dad's toolbox to try to get him a 3/8 inch screw wrench, and then he'd say, no, it's metric. Well, you know, I got to have a whole separate set of wrenches. No, this has both metric and what they call standard all built in. So let me go to the board here. I want to show you. We've got our little board here that shows you a 3/4 inch size bolt and a 19 millimeter. You know, that sounds very complicated, but at the end of the day, the Tiger wrench takes care of both. Then when you want, if it's a different size, maybe you're at the top of a ladder and you've run into something you didn't expect, all you have to do is flip it. Look at that. One finger, and I'm flipping it, and I'm going to the different sizes. I've just took care of 8 different size bolts with just a flip of a finger. Now you're saying, wait a minute, now what about down here on the smaller bolts? Look, all you do is you flip the wrench over. Now you've got the 1/2 inch. Now, and that also covers the 13 millimeters. You got 7/16. All these fancy numbers, you know what it means? It means these are all different sizes for different applications, but you can do it all with one Tiger wrench. It's great.
So let me tell you quickly that what we did with this coming out of the gate here is we dropped the price by 1/3. So I think Kyle, that says $29.95, right? Is that what it says? I'm asking my producer. Yeah, it's $29.95. If you buy it with us today, it's only $19.95. It's less than a $20 bill. I would chance to guess you'll probably have this for the rest of your life. It's made that well. It's a heavy duty tool. It's not a lightweight tool. It's heavy duty. But you need something weighty and substantial when you're trying to turn bolts. You don't want something cheap in your hand. You want something heavy duty. What I love that Matt's showing is how you can articulate the handle with this this, so you can get it, you know, to that
Yeah,
perfect
tight
45
spaces,
degrees.
45 degrees. You can use
If you're
it.
doing an automobile,
you can flip it.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Or as we saw earlier, putting together furniture where you are in really tight spaces, it's ideal for that too. Virtually any kind of bolt out there you can take care of for less than 20 bucks. Now so what did we say, Deanna? When did we say that? When's Father's Day?
June 17th.
17th.
Yep.
Okay, so June 17th. So you got a couple months, but you know something that's going to go by quick.
Yeah,
and this is the kind
absolutely.
of thing. See, dads, what are you going to get Dad? Flowers? You're going to get him candy? You can't do that. You got to get Dad like a tool. That's what he wants. I'd love to get this because what I go through, and I'll just tell you really quick, what I go through when I work on this, I've got a big toolbox.
There you go.
I actually keep it hidden under a desk in the spare room, and I use it when I go in there. I have to really fish out the different sizes. Moreover, my son Dan, when he works on his truck, he takes the whole thing outside and he comes back. And I'm like, dude, you didn't put any of this stuff back where it's supposed to go.
the piece is missing.
Which
you
I guess
dropped
is what
it.
kids do. But
yeah, well, that's what I did when I
lost. And I'm already missing a couple of those things.
Right, so you missed the 3/4 inch, and that's the one you need next time, and you're digging around in here. These are two different kinds of sockets. There's standard sockets, and there's what they call deep well sockets. My brother taught me that, so that you can get down to the tight spaces. But this replaces all of this mess. Plus, it replaces all of these. These are called just, box wrenches or just regular old wrenches. There's a 3/4, but wait, I don't need a 3/4. I need the 19 millimeter. Wait a minute, I need the 5/8. No, here's what I need. I need one Tiger wrench to replace all of that.
Hey, look
so
at
whether
that.
you have a big toolbox or whether you're like me and you just have a junk drawer at home, this is a great solution for that.
It's going to save you a lot of time.
Here's
and,
that.
Especially, if you don't have anybody to help you out.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is so great.
See, here's that deep well that we talked about for like spark plugs and things like that.
Sure.
So let's say that you had to tighten a bolt and it's down, it's threaded here, and you had to tighten the nut here. Well, guess what? Even the deep well isn't going to reach all the way down.
Right.
But when you grab, look at this, when you grab the Tiger wrench, it goes all the way
open
down.
at the back,
so it's open-ended so that you can get to any of the tight spaces. Now, you may be sitting at home and say, well, that's not that important to me. I don't really care. But when you're faced with that one problem, you're like, wait a minute, how am I gonna get this job done? Being a DIY person is about having the right tools. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah, and whether you're fixing your kid's bike or doing whatever it is, fix-ups around the house, it's always nice to know that it's all going to be in one spot. And a lot of people, like I said, it's kind of daunting to try to figure out what size. I mean, heck, it can take you 25 minutes just to figure out what the heck size bolt that you've got and then how to be able to figure that out. What's nice about this is you don't have to change them out because I know, with my socket wrench, I got to pop off the socket, I got to pop it back on, and I do that 5 times to try to figure out which one because I can't read what it says on the dang toolbox where it says, 8 millimeter, whatever it is. Like, I can't even read it. What's nice is you saw Matt do that demonstration at the beginning. He just flicks it till he gets to the right one, and there's no downtime. He doesn't have to get up and go back and get up and go back. He just does it right there. It's all in one. I'm not saying throw away your metric tools or your wrenches or any of that stuff. I'm just saying this is the one that you keep in the top drawer. This is the one that you keep in your
You're going to reach for this first.
Right.
And I'll tell you, I just picked this. This is my first time doing this demonstration. I picked this up. My friend John brought this in. When you've got lawn shears, you're going outside, you're getting ready to do the jobs outside this time of the year. I didn't know which size this is. When John didn't tell me which size this is, but look, I found the size. I can flip it around so easy. Okay, that one's a little loose.
Yeah, you
and
just
so I need to
graduate
flip it
down.
back, and that's it. I didn't have to get down off the ladder if you're doing work overhead. You can tighten this and be on your way. You don't need. It isn't about drama. It isn't about going up and down the ladder or digging around inside of a big toolbox. This replaces it all. I love it.
Hey, listen, and I know it's early in the season. A lot of us are not working on our outdoor chores and stuff yet because it's still a bit cold outside. But this is an indoor and outdoor tool, and I'm telling you, rather than invest in it, and let me tell you this too, this replaces so many different tools that if you tried to buy them separately, it would probably cost you 40, 50, 60 bucks to try to buy all the wrenches that you get built in inside here, because wrenches can be about $3, $4. Good ones are like $7, $8 a piece.
Oh yeah.
It's all built in. You'll notice when you buy this and you get it home, it probably weighs like 2 or 3 pounds.
Oh, it's got some weight to it.
It's heavy.
This is steel, folks.
You want
this is
that
not plastic.
because remember, the heavier this is, the less you have to use this, right? Because you have more what we call torque, and you have it's a more stable base from which to work.
That's right.
So when you're utilizing it in all these different jobs, and think about the jobs you would do it for. So like we showed you fixing a bike. Maybe you're putting together furniture. Maybe you're working on your lawnmower, indoor, outdoor stuff. Any self-help project. Like I said, you put this in the car because you normally you take a big giant toolbox in your car when you drive to work.
No.
But you never know when you're going to need it.
Yeah,
right?
it's going to be rattling around.
Yeah,
this
it
is
even
rated.
will work. It even works on the on the bolts and the nuts that are in your that are on your tires too. So your lug.
That's right. This is rated for 300 pounds.
Yeah.
So even a man the size of like a Gallo van, who's super powerful, could use something like this. But again, when you get this home, this is a substantial tool.
Yeah.
This is corrosion resistant. You can leave this outside. You can leave it in the garage. It's going to last a lifetime. This is a great tool, and it's got all the adjustments here. You know, one of the things I wanted to mention, I was talking to my wife this morning when I got up, and I said, you know, where would you use something like this? She said, you know, when you put together your furniture, especially in the kitchen, it seems like we always have the table and chairs, and we just moved into a new house. You walk along, and all of a sudden you find a bolt or a nut laying on the floor. You're like, okay, what did that come from? Because, you know, every time you sit down, every time you touch the table, it kind of gets loose. Take this around the house, and you're going to be able to tighten everything up, no matter whether it's metric or standard size, no matter what size, big, small. This is going to tighten up all of the nuts and bolts around the house. And again, great for automotive applications. If you have a friend that is a mechanic or somebody that helps you out at DIY, great little gift to give. You can't beat it.
No, and I will tell you, let's go over the features really quickly one more time. So if you're looking for, maybe Shannon knows what a spline bolt is. We'll ask her in a sec. She seems, you know what's good about Shannon? She pretty much knows everything. So we'll ask her if she knows what a spline bolt is. You know what a spline bolt is?
Yeah, it's that one right there.
Which one?
That's exactly right. How'd you know that?
It's that one right there.
She didn't point at one. She pointed at the whole thing.
Well, that's pretty close.
One of the tricks that Shannon
That's
uses
right.
to seem really smart. But here's what I'll tell you. You know what is smart is spending. You get $20 on this. You get $10 off today. Today's the day to buy it. Don't wait until Father's Day. We're going to go a little bit longer on this, but I'm telling you, no matter what the job is, you know who would love this? Like a professional would love this, because it's like while they're working, the last thing they want to do is have downtime to go look for the right wrench.
That's right. Time
and
is money.
oftentimes they're on a ladder, or they're
money, my friend.
down on their back. They're working on plumbing, things like that. This is the way to do it, and it empowers you to kind of be able to do things yourself. And look at how she's able to manipulate this.
That's it. See, putting together the bed, putting together ready to assemble furniture. This is a great tool. And remember, you're replacing 48 different tools. Look at this. There's all those sockets you don't have to go out and buy. This is literally hundreds of dollars worth of tools you're replacing. This is the box wrench. This is so much easier. Just replace it with one tool. The Tiger wrench does it all. I love it.
All right, final few seconds remaining on this. It's $19.95, and remember what I told you. This will take the place of like 25 or 30 different wrenches. So this is an absolute no-brainer to pick this up. By the way, if you would like to get this for $9.95. Matt Davis just reminded me, if somebody gets a new credit card guide, don't they get $10 off? I said, yes, you were right, Matt.
I have 15 credit cards so far.
So you'll get this down to $9.95, and it's a great deal. So, don't go anywhere, because we got the Airhawk compressor.
Right. We just put together your bicycle, and now we're going to pump up the tires.